And welcome to the High Gun Podcast with your host, the High Gun. First, like, subscribe, share. How you doing? So, you know, this is episode 114. But uh, I think what I'm gonna start doing is hear, when I hear newsworthy stuff, I'm just gonna make short clips and put it on the channel and put it on Instagram. You know, so you gotta know how I feel about it firsthand. Because Sunday I was off. It was an episode, but that episode happened Saturday, and then something happened Sunday that I should have talked about. So I'm talking about it now. So my best friend Corinne. Now, mind you, me and Carson talked about it yesterday, but my best friend Ryan, he and I hope he's doing good right now. And his rehab and everything. I love you, dog. So, uh, he has always said for years now that TKO is the problem, right? Of WWE. Yeah, all right, and he's been spot on about that shit. He's been spot on about that shit, like for a long, long time, right? And you know, I say that to say this now, because it's going to lead into what I want to talk about. Sheamus is leaving WWE. Now, I've already told y'all, there's no such thing. There's no such thing as a lifer. It's not. It's not. Right? And this just proves that. Sheamus has been with the company for 19 years. 19 years. So there's no such thing as a lifer unless you want to take a pay cut. Right? And so far, now, I so far I don't know who who is the person who took the pay cut and still around, but there's people. Hold on. Let me talk about the people who didn't take the pay cut. The people who didn't take the pay cut and they got and are gone or is gonna leave is Sheamus and New Day. Now maybe I don't know about Anderson Black. I don't know if that happened. I don't know. I have no clue. But I do know who who did because we could have said it. It's Sheamus and the New Day. Now people they did say somebody touched the pay cut instead of now that could be on how they're doing things right now. That could be a couple people right now. Could be our truth and it could be the Miz. These two are the only people I can see them actually take a pay cut and stay. Because I think Kevin Nash said that even with the pay cut, they still making good money. It's not what it was making. And now I'm not mad at Sheamus leaving, and I'm not mad about what happened, per se. You know, like not what mad is a strong word. I'm not upset about this. The only thing I hate that didn't happen is Sheamus didn't win the IC title before he left or he retired. You know, he's not going to retire. But like that's the only thing that I can say that I'm upset about. He didn't win it. And I just looked up. I don't know how many times he tried to get the IC title. He's 0-10. He's 0-10. Like I'm not saying he should beat Gunther, but maybe he should beat Gunther with the IC title. He would have been the Grand Slam, and then like he would have accomplished everything. And then I really wouldn't have felt bad for him not being there. Like him leaving WWE Yeah, because like, so me and Carter talked about this yesterday, and Carter feel like he wasn't doing anything, you know, and I brought up, oh, he's hurt, and he was hurt, but then Carter said even when he was hurt, he wasn't really doing nothing, and I'm not putting words in my boy's mouth, all right, when I say this, like, I feel like. He didn't say this, so let me say that. Let me say this now, because I don't want him to say I'm putting words in his mouth. All right. So I feel like certain people feel like if you're not in the world title picture, you're not doing anything. And again, he didn't say that, but I feel like if you're not in the world title picture, you're not doing anything worth talking about. Or people feel like he wasn't doing nothing. So I say that to say, Shaman was doing stuff. Like he was doing things at a company. He was on TV every day. I mean, TV, like he was on TV. He was having matches with Finn. He was having matches with JD. He was having feuds. He was having bangers after bangers after bangers after bangers after bangers after bangers. Like he was. He was, no. He was having a big matches. Now, do I fault TKO with this plan? No, I don't. I mean, I don't. Hold on. Not fault. Fault's the word. Do I blame them for this? No. Not for the Sheamus thing. Because I get it. I get it. Sheamus is not going to be in the main event picture. He's not the same wrestler he was from back in the day, and he's pushing 40ish. But so is CM Punk, so is Kevin Owens, so is uh, Sammy, so is Cody. But the name besides Kevin Owens, he's hurt right now. Right? But the names I'm naming are in the main event picture. And Sheamus was never going to get back to that. Regardless of how many bang matches he's having, he's there to have a certain type of match with a certain person to make them look good and take the L. Is he going to win some matches? Yes. But they put him against Rusev for a physical match. They put him against Drew McIntyre for a physical match. They put him against Drew McIntyre for a banger physical match. Alright? They put him against JD, physical match. Regardless of what size JD is, still physical. Alright? Alright? They put him against Finn, physical match. Alright? Alright? And a lot of these matches I named, he lost. Well, that's the point. That's his role now. They go in there and have banging matches and put somebody over and lose. Now, another thing that comes into play that I said it already in this conversation. He was hurt, right? He had a shoulder injury that he had to take care of this time. Alright, and then before that he had a neck injury he had to take care of. Alright, and then he got this bone disease, scoliosis disease that he had. That which he had when he got it, what he did to slow it down, they had him tag a lot. Alright? Like I don't know if people know this, that the reason he was tagging with Cesaro back in the day, so they can slow down the process of his body and his bone. And it worked. It worked because he was doing half the work he was doing then. And then we seen what happened when he had to do the full work. Alright? Alright? He got injured again. He got injured twice. Alright? So like we gotta understand like where when it comes to Sheamus, we have to understand where the business of TKO is looking at. Now, here's what I don't want to say this is why I blame TKO, but because of the fact that you're still like they run it like a football team. Okay, they give the 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 player a contract, a big contract, and then when he winds down and he gets older, they give him a contract, but it's not the contract he was in before, and then they want to restructure that contract, right? And then when they say, "Hey, we can give you this," all right, and then the player says no, all right, they let him go because they feel like they can pay someone a younger player like a younger player cheaper, two younger players cheaper than what they want to than paying this older player all this money. Right, so it's the same thing with a wrestler in TKO eyes. You know, they feel like, oh, okay, well, uh, you feel like you deserve this, and we feel like you deserve this. All right now, you know, and you're not doing what you was doing 5 years ago. So we feel like we can get two other people, two other wrestlers this money, and it's cheaper and they're younger, and we can roll with them, and we can use it to put them over, which is happening. You know, what's happening with James right now. Now they already moved him, and they already moved his profile to I forgot what that shit's called. Alright, but they already moved it. Alright, and some people say, oh, you know, what my homeboy Darius said earlier today. He said that hopefully they make him the IC champion before his contract ends. I told him that's not gonna happen. They're gonna they're not gonna put him back on TV for what? I mean, mind you, if Sheamus was not injured, they would have had him wrestling then, right? And having him job out to certain people, right? Because his contract right now. But Sheamus has been hurt, right? They're not gonna put him back on TV. Now, if they wanted to be petty, they would just tax on some more months of Sheamus being out. Cause it ain't like Sheamus ain't been out. Like he's been out for a couple months. Not even a couple. Like damn near a year with these two injuries. So if they wanted to freeze his contract, alright, and make that boy wait, they could. But they're not. They're not now. So they definitely not gonna put him back on fucking TV and say, hey, you know what? You been a good soldier. Here's the IC title. Fuck no. That's not gonna happen. They're gonna let that boy go. Now, where does he go from here? Where is he? Now, the easy answer is AEW. So he can go tag back with Cesaro. Alright, and get paid. Right? Because and then people say, oh, but Tony Khan have all these wrestlers. I said this shit Saturday. Alright? With WWE, so I'm gonna say it with AEW. Hey, there's nothing wrong with a fucking upgrade. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with upgrading your fucking roster to make it look better. You know? Oh, but he's from WWE. So fucking what? So fucking what? So listen. I get you want your homegrown talent to be your homegrown talent, and you want to push them, right? Right? But motherfucker, if they not moving the fucking needle, right? You gotta upgrade the shit that will move the fucking needle. And New Day and Sheamus will move that fucking needle a bit. The Motor City Machine Guns will move that fucking needle a bit. Those are those are fucking upgrades. Those are fucking upgrades over Jungle Boy and fucking Sammy Desire. Right? Because those are the pillars, right? Right? I'm not mentioning MDF because that's a whole different situation. I'm not mentioning their reality because moving on. So I'm not mad at Tony Khan signing these boys. Like like there's nothing wrong with upgrading your roster and make it look better, right? Do you sprinkle in homegrown stuff throughout it? Yes, you do, right? But don't close your pocketbook or your wallet to fucking better talent. Then you got Ricochet out here running his mouth like like he's trolling the way he said, but dog, just shut the fuck up. Like that nigga gotta say something. It's like he got diarrhea, got the fucking mouth or something, alright? Because he wasn't saying none of this shit in the E. So now he got free will to say what the fuck he want to say. That nigga just want to say shit. Cause he couldn't with the E. You know. Now I wish he would have said something about the porno that came out about that nigga. Like with the E, but that just went away. That just went away, right? We just supposed to forget about that nigga. Leave that alone. Just leave that alone. I don't want my channel to get destroyed. I just leave Ricochet alone. We just leave him alone, dog. Alright. Let's get back to talking about wrestling. So, yes, you so you upgrade your roster, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong. Dog, no man. So, alright, oh man. Alright, so let me move on to a whole different topic now. So, tonight we get Sammy versus Cody Rhodes. So, listen, everybody knows I'm a Cody Rhodes fan. Alright? Everybody knows I'm a Cody Rhodes fan. Cody Rhodes don't need to win that belt right tonight. Like he doesn't. It shouldn't be a thing. Like Sammy deserves, he's earned a better than 9-day title run with the belt. He's earned it. And I get it. The CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes is a better match. But it don't need the title. It doesn't. Both these dudes already had the title. CM Punk had the title after WrestleMania, right? Cody just dropped the belt, right? They don't need the title to fight for. Just leave it on Sammy, and then if you want to make it a fatal three-way, so be it. But because Sammy deserves a better 9-day title run, right? And B, Sammy shouldn't be left out the fucking card for SummerSlam. That shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen. Like it shouldn't happen it shouldn't happen at all. Like you fix that shit. Okay, right? Like Sammy deserves better than a 9-day title run, and Sammy deserves better than to be left off to be left off the SummerSlam part. Alright, when he was just champ. So I'm gonna say that right now. I'm gonna say that right now. Yeah, I'm gonna say that right now. Oh, speaking of, you know, let me say something about somebody from AEW. Like, certain people, certain people podcasts. I have no interest in watching or hearing about. There's a couple. There's like four, but I name two. Jeff Jarrett's podcast. I got no issue. Oh, hold on. No, that's not right. That's not right. I got no interest in hearing this podcast. Alright? Because he just kiss ass. Like he kisses ass for AEW and he takes shots at WWE. Alright? And I know for a fact if it was the other way around, if he was working for the E, he'd be taking shots at AEW and kissing ass for WWE. But since it's in reverse, any chance that man get, any chance he get, he takes shots, right? So recently, see, he not taking shots there recently. Like recently, they asked him about Tony Khan pulling the plug on his retirement uh, story that he had going on. Mind you, it was around the same time John Cena shit was going on, right? So obviously, Cena's more important than Jeff Jarrett, right? And people say he was copying. So Tony Khan did the right thing by pulling that shit. Now, Jeff Jarrett hasn't talked about this shit in months, right? Months, right? And he brought it up recently, and he said he's like, uh, uh, what did he say? What did he say? Cause this is right here. Hold on. He said that the there's one thing in the wrestling business that always uh, constant. Credits, cards, subject to change. Okay, that's true. Alright, that's true. That's true. That's true. But nobody wants to see that story. And if he wasn't working for, if he still wasn't getting a paycheck from AEW, right, right, he would have said something completely different. Right? He would have said something completely different. But since Tony Khan is still paying him, right, to sit fucking home and do his podcast, then no harm, no foul, right? But I bet you if Tony Khan wasn't paying him, it'd be different. Now, there's another podcast that I got no interest in watching or listening to. It's Eric Bischoff shit, right? Because Eric Bischoff, he just runs his fucking mouth, right? And he takes shots at the E or when he wants to, and then he takes shots at AEW definitely when he wants to, and sometimes they TNA, right? Right? But he just runs his mouth, right? And if it was if it was that simple, he'd be running the company. He'd be running the company right now. I think he's running the Hot Hogan company thing right now. I don't know because I don't know if that thing's still going. Right? But when Hogan was alive, right, he was trying to get that shit going. But now we don't even hear about that thing. Don't hear a damn thing about that sucker. Who was a part of that? It was him, Hogan. Who else? Was it Kurt? Was Kurt a part of that thing? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But you just running him out. You know, and every police officer been with like every police officer gets a check and and then he just runs his mouth. I and, it's funny. The one thing I do agree with Jeffrey Garrett about is like when Bischoff and Hogan uh, got a hold of TNA, they ran that shit into the ground. It was the worst decision ever bringing them niggas in. You know, but uh, but I'm in the show with that. All right, I talk about Raw tomorrow. All right, I have more to talk about then. But I'm gonna end the show with that. I just want to talk some shit. Bring up Sammy. Bring up some the Sammy situation in TKO. All right, and we got a good podcast out of it, y'all, and a good laugh. But this is the High Gun. This is episode 114. This is the High Gun and the High Gun podcast. Please like, subscribe, share. This is the High Gun. God bless, love y'all. I'm out.